Hi everyone. This is Karishma Deshpande. This is my language cultural contact presentation number 2. So the first thing that I did, how did I spend my time? I was on the influenza page on the CDC website. My first presentation was also partially from the CDC website, so I decided to go back. I decided to choose influenza because flu season is ahead, as it shows in my little picture. I'm also kind of sick and I work in a hospital and they're always talking about flu. We have a lot of Spanish speakers, so I thought it would be interesting to go on the influenza page this week. So I went through the 4 main pages. On the flu page, they have a bunch of different tabs, but I picked like the top 4. So the first page discussed about getting vaccinated slash vacunesa. The cognates that I found here were influenza, which is the flu, vacuna, which is vaccine, syndrome de Guillain-Barré, which is Guillain-Barré syndrome. It's just spelled a little bit differently, and the acronym is different. So SGB instead of GBS. Alergias, which is allergies, and then recombinada, which is recombinant. Recombinant is basically used in this article or this section when talking about a certain recombinant vaccine for the for the flu. Okay, the next page was preventative steps slash medidas de prevención. This had 2 cognates that I found, antivirales and desinfecte, so antivirals and disinfectant. New vocab was desaparición and escalofríos. Desaparición, I actually, when I was reading, I thought it was desperate. It looked like a cognate to me. And when I looked it up, it was actually disappearance. So I thought that was interesting. And then escalofríos is a combination shaking chills. When I work at the hospital, we ask if people have the shakes or the chills, not necessarily a combination of the two. But here they had a combination of the two into one word, escalofríos. The next page that I checked out was symptoms slash síntomas. Cognates I found here were fatiga, crónico, and interacción. So fatigue, chronic, and interaction. New vocab included busque and lagrimas. Busque basically means search or searched. The context here was like searching for medical attention, and lagrimas means tears. Both of these were found under the heading that was discussing when newborns have the flu. So lagrimas is basically if the newborns are not developing tears, and that could be a sign that they may have the flu because of dehydration. The next page was flu treatment slash tratamiento de la influenza. Cognates I found here were precauciones and antifebriles and germenes. So precautions, antifebriles, which were basically just fever-reducing medication, and germenes, which are germs. Cultural nuances. Okay, so I searched and searched and searched on the 4 pages that I used, as well as overall in the page, and I did not find any cultural nuances this time, which that was cool, which is also kind of why I chose the pictures here, because hola literally means hello, and hello literally means hola. And that was exactly what I found on the influenza page, is everything was translated perfectly. There was nothing left out. The pictures were the same. The contacts were the same. The what's it called? The pages were the same. The references were the same. It was all very, very similar. When I went on the CDC page last cultural contact presentation, there were things that were missing, and some pictures were different, and this time I didn't find any differences, which I thought was super nice and really cool because, everybody that speaks either language gets the full information. Probably the only thing that I found to be a cultural nuance, I guess I could include, was escalofrios, which is just like a vocabulary word for shaking chills rather than having two. and then as well as the Guillain-Barré syndrome because it's spelled differently, and then the acronym is SGB instead of GBS. But I think we've already learned that a lot of the acronyms tend to be different, like AIDS is SIDA, and we've learned other ones, and I learned a few from my last presentation as well. So I did not have any cultural nuances this time. Surprisingly, I searched and searched and I couldn't find any. Um, this is my reference of the page, just the general flu page. It's pretty interesting to learn. Get your flu shot, people. It's important. Hope you guys enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.